All right, so I'm going to talk about a little bit about ammunition in this video. Your Glock, of course, is going to run your standard factory 40 caliber ammunition. That is one there on the right. I think that's a 165 or a 180 reload on the right. And then on the left, you have a 40 long, which is specifically loaded for the 2011. The 2011, for many, the preferred overall length of the round is going to be a long load, so that bullet is sticking out of the case a little bit. It aids in reliability for the 2011 platform. However, from what I've noticed is that my 2011 can run either the regular 40 or 40 long. So if you have a 2011 and you like to shoot factory length ammo, or if you're going to get a 2011 and you want to shoot factory length ammo, it is possible. And yes, they can be made to run absolutely perfect with standard length ammunition from the factory. You don't have to have 40 long. However, the gun would probably, in thousands of round tests, the gun will probably be more reliable with 40 long due to the actual round or cartridge as it feeds into the chamber is not going to turn as much or flip as much as it rolls up into the chamber. So the length of the 40 long lends itself to a little more reliability. However, your gun should run on both rounds. That being said, let's get into the costs of both options. You want to buy a limited gun and you're looking at the Glock 35, which is more cost effective, obviously, or you want to buy the 2011. The 2011, your lower end model, which you might find still today, like a used Edge or even a new Edge maybe from STI, that's going to run you probably $1,800. Used maybe $1,300 to $1,600. The DVCs retail were like $2,700, I want to say, and you could probably find them, in the used area from $1,800 to $2,500 today. So quite a bit more expensive than your Glock 35, which is probably a $600 pistol on the high retail end. And if you get something like a police trade-in, maybe $500, $450. So your Glock's going to be a lot cheaper. With all of your magazine loadout for limited, you need 4 magazines for either platform. It's nice to have 5. That way you have a Barney magazine. Barney magazine being a magazine that you load the chamber from, and then you replace that magazine with your loaded magazine when you start the stage. So, and of course, so let's say your belt, your gun, your mags. For limited, you're probably, if it's brand new, you're probably looking on the short side, $2,000 setup for a used setup with magazines and belt holster. For new, 3,000 plus total. You're talking mags, pistol, etc. And with the Glock, for about $1,000, you can be ready to roll with the Glock. You buy, say, a used 35. You deck it out with some sights, a little bit of trigger work, some mags, some extensions. There's always used Glocks for sale. They're pretty plentiful. You can even buy somebody's used limited gun. The Glocks are hard to wear out. They're hard to break. It is possible to break them, by the way. Anyhow, you get the picture. The Glock's going to be a lot more cost effective for the performance. You're getting more bang for your buck out of the Glock any day of the week than the 2011. That being said, the 2011 is probably a nicer pistol. It definitely looks cooler, but they're both very capable. I think the Glock shooter sponsored guys won limited nationals like 2 years in a row with a Glock 35 or a Glock 24. I forget which, but it's one of the long slide Glocks in 40 caliber. So the Glock is plenty capable. If I had to get rid of my 2011 and went back to Glock, it'd be okay. You're not going undergun to a match. So if you can shoot a Glock well, you can probably end up shooting a 2011 well, in my opinion. So either platform is going to serve you pretty well. That being said, the 2011 might be a little more enjoyable to shoot, in my opinion. Your mileage may vary. If you're a Glock guy and you have a Glock 34, you shoot production, or carry optics and you want to shoot limited, and if you like the way the Glock works and you handle the Glock well, then buy another Glock. Rather than trying to learn a new platform or losing skill through switching platforms, go ahead, stick with the Glock. I always tell people, if I had it to do over again, I probably would not have switched away from the Glock in any division. I would have just stuck with the Glock. It would have saved me money and headaches, etc., etc. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed some of these videos about the 2011 versus the Glock 35. Please post comments, questions, criticisms. I encourage that. Please like, subscribe. I appreciate you watching the videos. And thanks for watching.